Lapland might be most famous for being the home of Father Christmas, but last week it played host to one of the most unusual car tests Auto Express has ever been invited on. It involved driving the frankly awesome MINI ALL4 racing car that's been built specifically to compete in the world famous Dakar rally. And if you're wondering why we went all the way to Lapland to drive this £1 million monster of a machine, then fear not, because any excuse to mess around in someone else's 3-litre twin-turbo diesel rally car on snow and ice is absolutely fine by us. First up then, a nice little 5-mile road route on ice.
And I've got Xavier to tell me what to do if I go wrong. Hopefully I won't go too wrong. Sequential gearbox, we've got just over 300 horsepower but 800 newton meters of torque. That's the figure. A 3-litre twin-turbo diesel BMW engine. Not quite the same engine that you get in your average 3 Series, but actually it's quite well related to that engine. Let's see what it's like. First of all, on the road. So that's first gear, second gear, third gear. We're in the middle of deepest Finland here, and although this has got super thin studded ice tyres on it, and it has got bags of grip, I am not going to drive it much faster than this on a public road, because this is a public road and this is a racing car. First impressions, it feels beautifully soft underfoot, as all these things always do. The steering it's precise, but it's not kind of super precise, because you've got to remember this thing weighs 2 tons before either of us two have got in it. So, but no, first impressions on the road, oh, that it feels really rather lovely. It's quite high up the driving positions. It's kind of bizarre. It feels like I'm in an X5. It's a very noisy, very quick X5 with a ludicrous amount of grip and acceleration. So, stage 2 of this is the ice lake. Cool.
So stop at the stop. I will give you some tips about the ice track.
Okay. What are the key bits here? Because we'll be here until next Christmas if you explain every button.
So it's quite impressive dashboard, but in fact it's quite simple. Here we have a lot of fuse. It's only fuse for the in case of trouble with the car. Here we have the main switch for the electrical main switch, ignition, and the push for the start. On the top we have the 2 buttons for the light, headlight and fog light. And here this one is really important on Dakar, for example. It is a speed limiter, because on village we have to respect the speed limit with 30, 50. So we put on the and after it's my role to switch which speed we need to have with this switch.
And you have a little bit of margin in there, don't you? It's not
No,
actually 30 kilometers. It's like 28. 20.
No, we are really close to the 30 kilometers. We can set it up like different mode to safety mode or to competitive mode. So competitive mode, we will be really at 29 kilometers per hour. But it's really important because after 3 time catch in Dakar with overspeed, even 1 kilometer overspeed, we are out of the race.
Out?
Yeah.
How much of a penalty for one?
So for one, it's, if I could remember, €50 and 2 minutes.
Right.
For the second, it's something like 10 minutes and €500. I don't remember exactly. And the third one, you are out of the race.
I would imagine that the euros are rather less important than the minutes.
Yeah, but so this is like this. Then we have here some switch for the dash fan. Here it's air bottle. Air bottle, we are using it for inflate the tire. If we have if we have to deflate before the dune, after we have to inflate, so we put air bottle, and we use the air bottle for lock the front diff or the rear diff in case that we are stuck.
So you've got 3 diffs in this car, one at the front, one at the back, one in the middle.
And the center is this one. It's mechanical blocked.
Oh, so the center one is mechanical, yeah. And the ones at the front and the rear are hydraulic?
Hydraulic, yeah.
Right.
Hydraulic. And then we have the brake blower, we have the climate control on.
That's nice.
You can feel it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's only cold temperature, but it's what we need when we are in Dakar.
Yeah.
Here it's for the power shift, and here these two buttons, they are for me, for switch the page of the dashboard. For example, here I have the pressure of tire.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of information to see with sensor is broken, for example, and the alarm and everything. So this is my job. Here we have the cooling fan for in case of the automatical is not working. So we put cooling fan, cooling brake, and cooling damper. So everything is.
And that's water cooling.
Yeah,
correct?
it's water cooling. Yes, this. But it's only in case that I have an alarm here and that I have to put it that I have alarm for brake too much temperature on brake, so
Yeah.
I put the brake cooling.
Wow, you're a busy man behind in this seat.
Yeah,
even though there's no steering wheel.
Yeah, we try. Here it's 3 switches that we don't want to use, so the fire extinguisher, the sentinel alarm, it's in case that we roll and we need the safety, so we push this and the helicopter will come directly. And this one is the sentinel. If we catch somebody and we come 200 meters from here, we give him the information that we are here and he has to let us pass because we are faster than him.
And do they always do that? Do they always obey that?
No.
Somebody told me that earlier. That
Yeah.
certain people from a certain country don't always.
Yeah. Some people are not. But if I push and I receive the signal, it means that the car had the signal. So after in the evening, I can go and complain to the race director and say this guy didn't let me pass. And they saw that he had the signal. He didn't let me pass, so he take a penalty also.
He does get a penalty.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's it. And here we have a switch, which is quite important also. You can see that now you have nice steering power.
Yeah, it's light.
And here you can try. You don't have anymore.
Oh wow!
Because
why is that?
With this, we have the pump for the jack.
Okay.
And you will feel in few seconds.
Oh, that was more calm than I thought it might be.
That you can lift right or left the jack.
And that's to get you out of trouble if you've got into trouble.
Yeah. This we don't want to use also.
So you need all the hydraulic power in the car to be able to work those jacks.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Now, is that honestly the wiper switch?
Yeah, the wiper switch and the indicator.
Right.
And almost that's it.
So that's what all the bits and pieces are for inside the Mini Dakar's space age cabin. And that's roughly what it's like to drive on an icy road. But what about a full-blown ice lake? How much grip could it generate here? And what are the tricks needed to keep this 2.5 ton monster on the straight and narrow and out of the snowbanks?
And push throttle.
Full throttle?
Yeah.
Right.
Second, third. The car is quite heavy from the front, so for turn you have to play with the throttle, with the balance of the car, like this, and throttle. It's really easy. It's quite easy to control.
It's good that you talk to me actually.
And then third gear, fourth gear.
Fourth gear, that just feels outrageous there. Just wants you've got to really
second gear,
commit to
third,
the throttle really early. Third, okay.
And brake, second, and tighten left, yes, and push throttle, yeah. When you find the balance, third gear, yes.
Yeah.
Keep the third, yes. And long right on second gear, tighten at the end, but you can play with the throttle. Push.
Yeah, it's just that.
It starts to be melty.
It's that commitment to getting on the throttle early enough. That's the really difficult bit to learn. There's not that much steering lock, is there, actually? Yeah.
And tighten left, quite early, yes. And push.
Yeah.
To begin with, the ALL4 felt quite cumbersome on the ice, and as you can see, I was pretty hopeless at making it go where I wanted to. But eventually I did learn that you need to use the weight of the car to get it pointing in the right direction. And then you need to get on the throttle as early as possible and with proper commitment to enable the rear of those 3 differentials to kill the understeer. It's a completely mad thing with an ALL4, but in the best way imaginable. And I really do feel very privileged indeed to have been allowed to drive it. Thank you Mini, and best of luck next year. Click on the video windows to watch a track battle between a pair of Mini Cooper JCWs, road versus racing car, or watch a track test of the Renault RS01, one-make racing car. Click on the play icon to watch our very latest video, or on our logo to subscribe to our channel.